doggy, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. Who stole your bone? I stole your bone. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. Who stole your bone? I stole your bone. Chances are this is already a beloved singing game in your classroom. It's one of my absolute favorites. I teach it really early on with my kids, usually kindergarten or first grade, and it's something that my fifth graders still ask me for because it's so much fun. But let's talk a little bit about why we might play this game. First, I want to talk about the song itself. So if you think about doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. We have a very clear tee 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 ta, tee 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 ta. However, when we get to the third motive, we have a who stole your bone or ta tee tee ta, a slur followed by the same I stole your bone, ta tee tee ta. So for that reason, if it's something that I'm going to notate with my students, I'm going to put stick notation or snap notation with the rhythm on the board. I only do the first two motives. I've saved the second two just for the game or for later on when we talk about slur. Otherwise, this song is a beautiful so, mi, la, so, mi practice, right? So, mi, la. So a mi, la turn, which is different than so, la, so, mi. So when I teach la, I always begin with the so, la, so patterns because that's a little easier for students to hear and sing and then notate. However, we always want to get to all of the other permutations. So this is a song that I do use for mi, la later on. But aside from all of that, it's just a really fun game. So the way that I would teach this game is simply by showing the students how it would work. So maybe I'm going to act out both roles in the game. I have my students in a grid, so they're in 4 rows with lots of space, so I can walk around. It's our attendance position. It's kind of our resting place, if you will, and it works really beautiful for games like this. My students don't always sit in a grid. Oftentimes we're in a circle, we're at the front doing board work, we're in the instrument corner, all different sorts of places. But again, this is just our resting place. So I might have all of the students do a class train wreck. So what does that look like? Well, remember, there is one part of our song, the fourth musical idea, the fourth motive, that we are going to have just one person singing. So let's practice what that might feel like. And this time, Miss Molesky is going to be the one who is going to solo sing because I'm holding the imaginary bone right here in my hand. So when we get to, who stole your bone? I stole your bone. Let's practice. Then I think it's fair for all of the students to have an opportunity to feel like what it's going to be like when it's their turn to do the solo singing. So this time we're going to sing the song and everybody who's wearing red is going to be the one who's holding an imaginary bone. And then this time everybody who is wearing tennis shoes, which might be the whole class, which might be nobody who knows. We'll find out. They're going to be the ones who are going to sing I Stole Your Bone this time. Then everybody gets a chance to feel what it feels like when you don't sing and when you do sing. Then we do a practice where I am standing up at the board. I have given the bone to somebody that I know, and we all practice what it looks like to put our hands in our laps, and I cover my eyes and I sing, ready, set, and hear you sing, and everybody sings, and then that one student sings. I turn around and say, oh, is it Victoria? No, it's not Victoria. Is it Adam? Nope, it's not Adam. It must be Ezra. It is Ezra. Ezra, it's your turn to hide your eyes. And since I just got done hiding my eyes, it's my turn to give a friend a bone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, sing, and then we go on to the game from there. What's great about this game is it's truly one that runs itself. It's one that once your students have seen a couple of rounds, they know exactly what to do next. You can set up the kind of the round robin like I just mentioned briefly, where whoever has hidden their eyes is the next one to hide the bone. Whoever had the bone last is the one who is going to go hide their eyes, and then whoever it keeps going and going and going. This is one of those games where you can really step back and do some quick assessing of your students. This is a game that I do have students use their singing voices for. It's not like Good King Leopold where we do like our robot voices and all sorts of other things. But this is a song that I do ask students to use their singing voices for because as they are singing the song, mi, la, so, mi. I am doing some assessing. One thing that's really beautiful about this game is it truly does play itself. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, if you have it set up where the last student who's saying with the bone goes up to hide their eyes, then the student who hid their eyes is going to give the bone to the next student. It can really just sort of work in that beautiful round robin way. Bonus, everybody gets a turn doing both jobs, which can kind of be a sore point for students in the lower grades and the upper grades. So that is my take on Doggie Doggie, Where's Your Bone? And if you want to know more about developing relatedness, competence, and autonomy in your classroom, go check out that self-determination series.